Hey, what's up you guys, it's Ch33 and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to go into part 2 of chapter 33 of One of Us is Back by Karen and McManus, so let's get right into this video. This video may contain sensitive topics and foul language. If you do not wish to continue, I suggest you click off the video now. You have been warned. As soon as his name enters my head, the bar gets strangely quiet. When I look up, I see Miss Rodian walking toward me with slow, careful steps. She's dressed to the nines like usual, but her makeup looks as though she missed a few spots. "Hello, Nate," she says, taking a seat on an empty stool and placing her purse on the bar. "Chardonnay, please." I can tell she's already had a few of those. "How are you doing, Miss Rodian?" I ask. She folds her hands on the bar in front of her. "How do you think I'm doing?" "Not good," I say. Miss Rodian lets out a low, brittle laugh that sounds more like a sob. Then she leans forward, eyes locked on mine. "Are you looking for him?" she asks in a low voice. "For who?" I ask, filling a glass with water and placing it beside her. Her mouth tightens. "No, don't do that. Don't pretend you don't know what I'm talking about. I know what he's done to you and your friends, but I also know you're not vindictive." She swallows hard. "If you find him first, he'll be okay." I give up my pretense that we've been having normal conversation and my palms on the bar, leaning forward so that only she can hear me. "Find him before who?" Her eyes fill with tears. "I don't know." "You sure about that?" She doesn't respond, and I lower my voice even further. "What happened to Alexander Alton?" Miss Rodian goes rigid. "How did you—" She gazes around widely like she's expecting Alexander himself to pop out from behind the bar. Then she grabs her purse and clutches it to her chest. "You don't know what you're talking about," she hisses. "This was a mistake. Don't leave," I say as she gets to her feet. "You're right, you know. I'm not vindictive, but someone else is. Reggie Crawley's dead because of them. So how about you cut all the bullshit and tell me how that guy really died?" I don't know," Miss Rodian says brokenly. "I was in Mexico and he what?" I ask. Tears spill from Miss Rodian's eyes and her face creases in pure misery. "I asked him to," she starts, but she's interrupted by a loud, commanding voice. "Catherine, there you are. Time to head out." Scott Rodian is striding toward the bar wearing one of his usual power suits, his forehead covered in a thin sheen of sweat. The fixed grin on his face does nothing to conceal how angry he is, seeing me leaning over his wife. "Come on, Miss R," I say in a harsh whisper as he approaches. "Last chance, who killed Alexander?" Miss Rodian's eyes fasten on her husband as she passes on her own phony smile and murmurs, "I expect your guess is good as mine." Then she squares her shoulders and makes her way toward Mr. Rodian, who, unless I'm reading her wrong, she just accused of murder. Mr. Rodian puts a possessive arm around his wife's shoulders and steers her toward the exit. Once they're out of sight, I pull out my phone to call Browen, but before I can get a new message from her flashes across my screen. "Oh my God, call me," it says, immediately followed by a photo. I enlarge it and see a yearbook page full of smiling high school kids. "Chelsea E. Alton." The first caption reads, and it's, "Holy shit, it's a younger version of the girl Evie from Cafe Contigo. Alexander Alton's daughter has been here all along, serving us food and eavesdropping on our murder club meetings." But that's not the worst part. The worst part is the picture a few rows down from her, a kid wearing a suit and a tie, beaming familiar smile. He's heavier now than he used to be, but I still would have recognized him even without the caption beneath his name, Gavin P. Barrett. My fellow bar worker, an all-around good guy, apparently knew Chelsea Alton way back when and has been with her in Bayview the entire time people were disappearing, and I just handed Addie over to him. That is the end of this chapter. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.